Trackhouse Racing is teaming up with TF Sport to enter next month's Rolex 24 at Daytona. After getting involved in the NASCAR Cup Series and MotoGP, Trackhouse is adding the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship to its resume. Now, in a partnership with TF Sport, the team will be called Trackhouse by TF Sport and enter the GTD Pro class with a Corvette Z06 GT3.R. Now, sharing the number 91 Corvette will be Trackhouse's two NASCAR drivers, Shane van Gisbergen and Connor Zilisch as well. Now, joining them is IndyCar driver and SVG's old rival for supercars, Scott McLaughlin. That's going to be a feisty lineup. To complete the lineup, gentleman driver Ben Keating continues his relationship with TF Sport from their time together in the World Endurance Championship. Keating is planning to do his Rolex 24 double again, and he'll be competing in both the LMP2 and GTD Pro classes. Now, on the entry list for Rolex 24, 15 cars will be entered in the GTD Pro, and the driver lineups are stacked. So Trackhouse by TF Sport will have to endure some tough competition. Team owner Justin Marks says that participating in the Rolex 24 has been a dream since he founded the organization and feels like the group they put together can compete for the GTD Pro class victory. The graphic courtesy there of Trackhouse Racing. I hope that livery is what we see on the bike next year in MotoGP. It looks stunning as well. I believe someone just signed it with Gulf as well. So that could be quite fun to come in as well. So, Kobe, starting with you on this one, do you agree that Trackhouse can win GTD Pro in this one-off program?
Well, you can definitely say by looking at the driver lineup, Trackhouse has gone all out to win. And I think that they absolutely can win GTD Pro. But as you mentioned, Josh, this class is going to be absolutely stacked next month at Daytona. 15 cars, don't have all of the driver lineups complete, but many of them are. And like, wow, it's just so impressive to see. It seems like that these driver lineups at the Rolex 24 get stronger every year, and I think that this is probably one of the strongest driver lineups. I know that these guys are not the factory drivers, so to speak, but these guys belong in GTD Pro. Justin Marks did a really good job putting together this program, getting some elite drivers, Shane van Gisbergen, Connor Zilisch, Scott McLaughlin. Really excited to see the two supercars guys, McLaughlin and SVG, team up in a race car for this great event. And we already know how fast Connor Zilisch is. And I know Connor was very impressive this year in the LMP2 class. And a lot of people don't talk about this much, but he does have a lot of Trans Am experience and race victories there. So, and the Trans Am car, it would be just like jumping into this Corvette GT3 car. So this will be right in his wheelhouse. So I expect him to be just as fast in the Corvette as he was in the LMP2 car. And Ben Keating, perfect driver to complete this all-pro driver lineup. He's one of the fastest gentleman drivers in the world, and he'll definitely be a good asset to this team. Obviously, I expect his main priority is going to be his LMP2 seat in the Pro-Am class, but he'll definitely do his minimum drive time, then let SVG, Zilisch, and Scotty Mack do their thing in GTD Pro. I think that this team can definitely go out and win in this one-off program, and really excited to see what they're going to do. And one of the things that I'm going to be interested to watch, since you have such good drivers in this lineup, who's going to qualify the car, who's going to finish the race? Because I think between McLaughlin, SVG, Connor Zilisch, all three of those drivers are all equally capable of qualifying the car, getting a good starting spot for the Rolex 24. All the qualifying doesn't really matter in a 24-hour race, but at the end of the race, I pick any of those three to finish. I'll just draw a name right out of a hat. Doesn't matter. Van Gisbergen, Zilisch, McLaughlin. I'd be very comfortable with with any one of those three drivers finishing the race at the very end when the checker flag falls at hour 24. And Adam Limmery says that this is also needs SVG and Scotty Mack on the same team, that they can win at Daytona.
Yeah, I thought Adam would be excited about this. I am very. This is very, very exciting. We're not supposed to have, fandoms. I know there's a big flag behind me, but Van Gisbergen, Scotty Mack, and young Connor Zilisch, who won the race last year in LMP2, of course, and then went on one at Sebring as well. He is on his way to superstardom. We know how good Scotty and Shane are. Great to see them together in a car after all their battles in supercars over the years. More on supercars guys teaming up together when we get to Hots and Knots later on, by the way. And Ben Keating, who is probably the fastest bronze rated or gentleman driver, if you want to include them all in the same scope in the world in anything, and he'll be dovetailing, as you've mentioned, between LMP2 and GTD. Yeah, if it gets to lunchtime on Sunday and that car is in the conversation of the end of the race, as Kobe mentioned, watch out, because they've got many bullets in the gun that they can put in there against the established GTD factory drivers from Porsche, from Ferrari, from BMW, from wherever. Livery looks great. You're not going to miss it under the lights. So there it is again. Thank you, Kobe, for putting that back up. As Josh said, it is very, very good. I would have liked to have seen some more black and white on it for the Kiwi fans, to be honest, but does look cool. And again, you struggle to dislike anything that Trackhouse Racing have done over the last 2 or 3 years in now sports cars, NASCAR, of course, and MotoGP, as Josh mentioned as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic season for Trackhouse coming up. Adam says SVG qualify the car and Scotty Mac finishes the car at Daytona. That'll be fantastic as well. And I'm going to have a lot of fun when we get to Rolex 24. I know we get a couple of Formula E races, and we've also got Autosport at Birmingham. I know Jesse's heading down. I've applied. Let's see if I get there. The plan would be to be there and do a couple of shows for Grid and my own channel as well. So that'll be fantastic news to get some interviews. But to me, I'm sure you guys agree as well, Rolex is the kickoff of the year. That's where you start your season at Daytona.